Hi everyone, it's Darby from rejoiceandcreate.com. Well, we've had ordinations, confirmations, and especially a graduation coming up this last couple of weeks, so it's been a fun and exciting time for us. And as well as when I was gone, I topped 5,000 subscribers. So you guys are awesome. I'm so happy that all of you decided to come along on my crazy crafty adventure and have some fun. So there will soon be coming up a video which will be a giveaway for 5,000 subscribers. But in the meantime, let's get back to crafting. So today's project I have is this cute little tote that I made for Father's Day. And it holds 2 of the Nonni's biscotti, and it also holds 2 of these Starbucks instant vanilla lattes, and it comes in a box like this at my grocery store. The tote is made with some cardstock and some pattern paper, and let me take these out. You can see that there's actually a partition in the middle, and it has a hole punched in it to be a little bit of a handle. You can also fit things in there like some beef jerky or some longer candy bars, and I'm sure you can find some other things as well. The box is 2.5 inches wide, and each compartment is 1 inch deep. And when I created this one, I actually just pulled out some of the strips of the cardstock that I cut off for other projects. So for what you need for this project are 2 cardstock strips for the side and the bottom that are 2 inches wide by 9.5 inches long. And you need 2 pieces of pattern paper that are 3 inches wide by 12 inches long. And I have 2 of those as well. On this one, I went ahead and used the stamp that said, "May your cup runneth over with joy, love, and laughter," and that came from Tailored Expressions, Some Like It Hot. And I also used a little Happy Father's Day stamp that came from Hot Off the Press, Just a Little Greeting. And this has some nice tiny ones that I use for my small tags. Alright, so let's go ahead and start scoring our pieces. Okay, for the ones that are 2 inches wide by 9.5 inches long, score it at 2.5 inches. And they will form the bottom and the outside of our box. Alright, so put the 12-inch side of the pattern paper on top, and if there is a directional pattern, just make sure you know where you want to score it, because in this one the directional pattern is on the inside, and if you want it up where the handle is, put that side up to the left. And then score it at 7 inches and 8 inches. Turn it to the side and score it at 1/4 of an inch on both sides. And do the same with your other piece. Okay, let's first prepare the bottom and the sides. Just go ahead and fold and burnish your score lines. And take a minute to round both the corners on the top. That short 2.5 piece is going to be the bottom. This will be the top. And I like to have a rounded corner. If you like that too, go ahead and round them now. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to glue our 2 bottoms together. Okay, so that's our sides and our bottom. We can set that aside for a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on these. Now we have the 1/4 inch on both sides. Go ahead and just carefully fold that. And your 7 and 8 inch folds as well. Okay, let's do that for the other one as well. Okay, and because it's easier now to go ahead and put some tape on the outsides, those 1/4 inches, we're going to go ahead and do that now before we make any more cuts. Alright, so I'm using a 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape, and just go ahead and run it down the sides, staying within that 1/4 of an inch section. Okay, because I like to have those little corners rounded as well when I put it together, I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. The top part of it's going to be that long section, so just go ahead and round the tops of those corners. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually glue those top sections that will be the center of the box, this part right in here. We're going to glue them back to back, but you want to stick with the glue above that section, just within the section, and don't go to the sides of those score lines, because we're just going to glue that middle part. And because of that, I actually will use some wet glue so that I can slip it around a little bit and make sure I'm in the right place. All right, so let me turn it this way. And we're going to line up these score lines. And line up the tops. Make sure everything is even. And make sure my side score lines match. Okay. And make sure I did not glue together these sides. Okay, oops, one thing I forgot to do. One thing I forgot to do, but we're going to go ahead and do that now, is actually just cut some little nicks in the side there. And how I did that is I just folded this on the score line, and I would do this before I glued together, but then just cut at a 45-degree angle and do that on both sides. And we could do these separate because this will be easier, so I'll do that one as well. As I said, you probably want to do this before you glue the backs together. I just forgot. Okay, and one more. Let me go ahead and get these guys too. Okay. All right, so remember, do that to each of these before you glue that together, but it's okay, we were able to get that done. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, so let's go ahead and bring back our bottom. Okay, so this 2.5 by 2 inch section is right where this part, this bottom part, is going to glue in. But before we glue it down, we're actually going to just take off these backing for the double strip, because it's just a little easier doing that right now. Okay, and so we can slide it around. Let's go ahead and put some glue on it. All right, so this rectangle right here is going to sit right inside that one. So let's go ahead and move that part up so that I know that this part and this part are going to sit right in there. Make sure you match up the score line with the side and the front, that your folds, your score lines are matched up with the 2 score lines on the sides as well. And let's take a peek at this side of it too. Am I set there? Yeah, it looks good. Let's see if I got this one right too. Move this over just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. All right, so go ahead at this time and stick down those tabs. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to punch a hole for a handle. All right, so now let's punch a hole for a handle. I'm just using a small oval punch, and I'm going to center it right on top of there, probably about a 1/2 inch down. You can use a circle or any other shape that you want. Okay, now what we're going to do next is to glue the sides down. So let's go ahead and fold those back, and we'll take off this backing. And then we're going to fold this down, and we're going to center this right in, eyeballing it right to the center of the top of the box, top of the side. So go ahead and eyeball it to the center, and we'll just go ahead and glue that right down. All right, so let's go ahead and just do the other side the same way. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Let's go ahead and take the backing off of these two pieces and we'll glue that into the side. Match up that fold line with the side of the box. And the same with this other side. And we'll do the same with this side. Okay, so there we go. It's a very fun box. So let's go ahead and decorate it. I went ahead and stamped a sentiment already. Life is better because of you. I admit I do not know where this one came from. And I'm going to use a piece of mint macaron because that's what matches the green. And let me see, I'm going to put right in the center. I'll just put a piece of Tombow Extreme on it. And on the back side, whichever side you want, let's see, I like this is the front, so this is the back. I'm just going to center this where I have my sticky and put it maybe about a ½ inch down below the top of that pocket. And I'll turn it around. I'm going to tie a knot. You could tie a bow if you're giving it for a different occasion. I'm going to offset it just a little bit to the right. Alright, so I'm just going to use some foam adhesive to put that in the front. And just put your hand in there to press against it. Ooh, come on up. And I also did the little Happy Father's Day. And this is a small little ticket punch that was an EK Success punch. And I'm just going to go ahead and tuck it underneath the ribbon there. All right, so let me go ahead and tuck in my 2 lattes in the back part of it, and let me get the biscotti for the front. Okay, that makes a sweet little treat. All right, let me bring my other one back in. It just makes a fun little tote for Father's Day or any occasion, really. And you can create it by looking in your scrap bin and seeing if you have wide enough pieces that you cut off for other projects from your 12x12s or from your cardstock. So I hope you enjoyed this project and give it a try. If you liked the video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to be notified of new videos as I post them. For more information, please visit rejoiceandcreate.com. And as always, until we meet again, I hope your days are blessed. Bye!